I think it's very important when you have the best players in the world together, you got to compete and you got to play hard and you got to show the fans.
Let's be honest about the reality that many in women's basketball refuse to acknowledge. The sport is visibly unraveling when Caitlin Clark is not consistently on the floor. This isn't speculation or personal bias, it's supported by clear, measurable data across every level of the game, from college basketball to the WNBA and even newer ventures like Unrivaled. This isn't just about a missing superstar. It's about watching what appeared to be unstoppable momentum suddenly collapse. Viewership has dropped sharply. Media attention has faded. And that timing isn't accidental. It sounds like an entire sport struggling to breathe. Many believed the growth could sustain itself, but the truth is now obvious, much of it revolved around one player.
In the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
Since her arrival, the league has experienced undeniable growth. From the very start of her rookie season, Clark shattered record after record, including setting the all-time single-season assists mark with a staggering 337 assists.
For one, did not, but able to hit. Here's the flick ahead. Alyssa Smith lays it in on the delivery from Clark. She finally missed one. Kennedy Carter has been 6 for 6 from the floor. Here's Clark. Finds the cutter. Boston inside for 2. Again, it's...
Nearly every game she played quickly turned into a national spectacle. Caitlin Clark rose rapidly to become the public face of the WNBA. Matchups that once felt routine suddenly carried primetime energy. Fans packed arenas at home and on the road just to witness her play. Her presence alone transformed the atmosphere inside buildings. Beyond the court, her impact was impossible to deny. Massive television ratings, sold-out crowds, and a surge of new fans discovering the league for the first time.
See the numbers. So, like, I know what the numbers are when she's playing, and I know what they are when she's not. I know what the attendance is when she's...
When you consider everything she has already accomplished and remember she is only in her first 2 seasons, it's hard not to feel excited about what the future could hold. The legacy she is building within the WNBA is not just impressive, it is historic and unlike anything the league has seen before.
Right up there. You know, we were talking with our crew after the game. You know, we got at least 10 more years of watching Caitlin in her absolute prime. And it's so exciting. It's so fun to watch her. She's certainly the most exciting player, certainly the most fun player.
Yet despite all of this, the league has done little to protect her. That raises an uncomfortable question. Does the WNBA truly care about Caitlin Clark's future? Night after night, Clark continues to perform while being shoved, knocked down, and treated like an outsider. The irony is staggering. Her groin injury in June erased any remaining doubt. Clark missed up to 5 games before briefly returning against the New York Liberty. During that absence, television ratings for Indiana Fever games collapsed, dropping from roughly 9 million viewers to under 4 million. The message was clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star player, she is the engine driving the league's popularity. Still, the WNBA has shown little urgency in compensating or safeguarding her. In 2024 alone, Clark absorbed 17 of all flagrant fouls league-wide, an outrageous number, especially for a rookie.
Sammy Whitcomb with 8 seconds left. Goes around to Gumake. Drives baseline. And shot rejected by Izzy McMcGore. Second opportunity is up and in.
The league's failure to protect its most valuable asset became painfully obvious during the June 17th matchup against the Connecticut Sun. J.C. Sheldon played aggressively against Clark throughout the game, but officials dismissed the behavior as excessive physicality. The situation escalated until Sheldon blatantly poked Clark in the eye right in front of the referee. As Clark struggled to process what was happening, the chaos continued. Marina Mabrey knocked her to the floor. This kind of unchecked bullying seems uniquely tolerated in the WNBA.
8 seconds, Bird, slap pass to Archibald.
Beneath him and probably with a little off balance.
Bird with the steal behind the back to Nate Archibald, back to Bird. All right.
After the game, Mabrey's foul was upgraded by the league, yet no suspension followed. That lack of accountability sends a clear message to other players. Targeting Caitlin Clark comes with little to no consequence. Off the court, the disparity becomes even more glaring. Clark's $78,000 WNBA salary stands in sharp contrast to her $11 million in endorsement deals, proof that the league itself has failed to fairly value its biggest draw. This is where the WNBA begins to look deeply mismanaged. Since its inception, the league has relied heavily on NBA financial support. Even after Clark's arrival helped secure a historic $200 million media deal, the WNBA reportedly still posted a $40 million loss. The contradiction raises serious questions. How can a league attract this level of attention and revenue yet remain so deeply in the red? As with many financially dependent organizations, that support has come with strings attached, pushing the league toward political narratives rather than letting the game itself drive growth. As a result, the WNBA has often chosen storylines that dilute Clark's impact instead of fully embracing her as the centerpiece of the league's future. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert frequently deflects questions about Clark's influence, emphasizing the entire 2024 draft class rather than acknowledging that Clark's games accounted for nearly 80 of the league's highest-rated broadcasts. Names like Angel Reese are mentioned to soften Clark's singular dominance. But this is where everything shifted. Larry Bird entered the conversation.
Reality is coming.
Okay.
There's levels to this thing, and that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. And, it might take a little.
Before diving deeper, it's worth remembering who Larry Bird is. He remains the only player in basketball history to win Rookie of the Year, MVP, Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. Larry Bird exists in a league of his own. Beyond accolades, Bird and Caitlin Clark share remarkably similar paths. Bird knows firsthand what it feels like to enter a league that doesn't immediately embrace you. When he arrived in the NBA, many doubted him, a white player from a small Indiana town entering a league dominated by urban athletic styles. Clark faced comparable skepticism as she transitioned from college stardom to the WNBA. Even legends like Diana Taurasi openly commented on the harsh reality Clark would face.
Can't get the roll, gets the rebound, hits the hoop at the buzzer. What a shot by Larry Bird. A little up fake by Oberding and a nice steal by Bird. Behind the back to Buckner.
Like Clark, Bird silenced critics with performance. He averaged 22 points, 10 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game.
About me, and she knows how her privilege got her to that point, and also she's good at basketball. She understands her privilege and pushes her over the top in a sense.
By 1986, Larry Bird had captured his third straight MVP award and led his team to an NBA championship. The parallels are striking: elite vision, deep shooting range, and basketball IQ. Bird also endured relentless trash talk and brutal physical play. The difference? The NBA eventually recognized his value and protected him. In contrast, Caitlin Clark's rise seems to make the WNBA uncomfortable, as if her dominance threatens established narratives. The NBA famously built an entire era around the rivalry between Bird and Magic Johnson, propelling basketball into global relevance. Bird now believes Clark is a generational talent being squandered by a league distracted by politics rather than progress. And he hasn't held back. Bird publicly called out the WNBA, demanding that Caitlin Clark be acknowledged as the face of the league. He criticized leadership for failing to embrace their biggest star. According to Bird, the WNBA doesn't just need stars, it needs the star, and that player wears number 22. Clark should not be forced to share the spotlight artificially. The league must prove through action that she is its crown jewel. Bird pointed out how the WNBA meticulously built A'ja Wilson's narrative, providing promotion, protection, and storytelling that rallied fans behind her journey. Clark, meanwhile, shattered records, revived interest, and drew in new fans almost single-handedly, yet received no such campaign. No protective narrative. No strategic elevation. That's the problem. If the league was willing to invest so heavily in A'ja Wilson, and deservedly so, what excuse exists for sidelining Caitlin Clark? In one season, Clark contributed more to the league's growth than many stars have over a decade. If anyone deserves unwavering support, commitment, and enthusiasm, it's her. The time for pretending she's just another player is over.